Well, we finally got some hot days in Sacramento here, and that's corresponding with the market feeling pretty warm as well, depending on what's going on with the property and the neighborhood. What am I talking about? Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. Been helping buyers and sellers in the Sacramento area with real estate for 18 years now. I do a monthly market video update, and that is what you are here for right now. We're talking about the Sacramento market. This is for May 2024. So we're gonna go over the stats. It's for April. Okay, now these stats that closed, remember this is kind of what was going on in March, because then they closed in April. And then we're also going to talk about what's going on in the market right now in May as we're here, and then also kind of looking and moving forward as well too. All right, so let's throw up my stats here. May 2024, these are the stats for closing in April of 2024. So the median home price pretty much unchanged, came in at 0.1% below where it was in March. So 548, it was at 549. Basically, the median price is hovering right around 550 in the Sacramento County, and that's up about 7% from a year ago when it was at 515. So year over year pricing is up about 7%. For the month of April, highest closed sale in the county was 2.8 million. The lowest, it's always interesting to look at, $198,000. So you can see that was the whole range there. And then if you take all of the properties that sold, the average price was 99.6% of the original listed price. So very close to what it was originally listed for as well. Okay, so the number of homes that sold in April was 903 single family homes sold. All right, now that was up from a month ago, 10%, increased 10% from a month ago. And that's about 8.5% more than we closed a year ago. So 2023 just had incredibly low numbers as far as the amount of houses available, the amount of closings that happened. 2024 has been off to a slow start, but it's been at least more so than 2023, and we've continued that trend. So 903 is still a very low number for May, but at least it's, for April, but at least it's more than March and it was a month ago, and at least it's more than it was a year ago as well. So we're slowly trending in the right direction, but still very low numbers as far as the amount of homes sold. It's really just because there's not a lot of supply out there and due to interest rates as well. All right. Now, of all those homes that sold, the average days on the market for them was only 19 days. So the market is speeding up as we're hitting the spring and summer. And that is faster than it was a month ago and way faster than it was a year ago as well. And that's because basically 2/3 of them, 65%, had multiple offers. So when you've got properties that have got multiple offers, they've got a lot of buyers, you're going to be seeing properties selling at a faster rate, as well as for at or above list price when you have that many, 2 out of every 3 houses having multiple offers. Okay, now, active listing inventory, still very low, 1,320 available as of right now in Sacramento County, but that's up from a month ago, 16%, and that is up 31% from a year ago as well. So we are still at a very low amount of homes available, but at least it's more than it was a month ago and a year ago. That equates to 1.5 months of supply. 1.5 months supply is still on the low side. That definitely leans favoring sellers. 1.5 months of supply favors sellers for sure. So if it's priced right, shows well, it's going to be a bit of a seller's market right now. And then pending sales, 1,117 are in escrow right now. That is up 5.5% from a month ago, and that's up 11% from a year ago. So you can see the numbers, they're not insane, they're not fantastic as far as Median's kind of floating around as well. Amount of closed escrows are still fairly low, but it's a little bit more than we had last month. It's a little bit more than it was a year ago. Same thing with actives, not a whole lot, but it's a little bit more. Pending, same thing, it's a little bit more. So we are slowly coming out of 2023, which was just this incredibly low volume year. Just not a lot of houses, not a lot of deals closing escrow in 2023 due to interest rates and the lock-in effect. We've talked about this. But as rates have been in kind of the 6s and 7s for quite a while now, buyers are becoming used to it and it's becoming a little bit more normal, and we are starting to see buyers start to move forward a bit more now. We are starting to see sellers go, okay, well, I'm locked into this 3% mortgage, but we just got to move. It's time. We can't just hunker down here forever. So we are starting to see a bit more sellers, a bit more buyers, a bit more activity. And as you can see, we just don't have a lot. So it is common, if it's priced right and shows well, going to have multiple offers. I've got a couple of buyers that are looking right now. One property that they looked at the other day had 6 offers. It went like $30,000 over list price. There was another one that had 11 offers and went $60,000 over list price. I had a buyer miss out on one. We went like 20 grand over list price, and they got beat out. A cash offer came in and kind of swooped in at the last minute there as well too. So there is competition as a buyer right now. And it's going to be interest rate driven. Right now, they are just the tiniest bit below 7 as I'm doing this video. If rates continue to decrease into kind of the mid 6s, expect more buyers to probably come onto the market. However, we might see a bit more sellers as well too. But I think for right now, moving forward for the next few months, it's probably foreseeable to see that the market is going to continue to favor sellers a bit if it's priced right and shows well. However, there are some ones out there. I'm working with some buyers that are going, hey, why has this one been on the market for 30 days? Why has this one been on the market for 60 days? There are some out there, and it's usually because it's overpriced. So be willing as a buyer to be ready to write a really strong offer right out of the gate, day 2, day 3, if you need to, above list price, but also circle back to some of those that have been sitting on the market out there for a little while. And we go, okay, well, they're priced at $650. I really think this thing's probably worth more like $630, and that's why it's been sitting on the market. Let's see if we can do some negotiation here, get them to come down, and we move forward without having to be competing, with 4 or 5 other offers as well. So if you're a seller thinking about putting your house on the market right now, it's a good time. Just be wise. Don't overprice it and become stale like some of the sellers that are out there. If you price it right, you're going to have a bunch of activity and showings right out of the gate. First couple of days, first weekend, you're going to have a few offers to pick from, and it's going to go over list price a bit. But if you go, hey, it's the greatest market ever, and you overprice it, buyers are going to stay away. It is delicate right now, okay? So feel free to reach out to me, realestatewithdoug.com. Hope you're having a great end of the spring, beginning of the summer here. Look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.